Good morning, good evening, good day. It's Tracy back from Mattingley House. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing fabulous. Today we've got another episode of our Book Nook series. We're doing the Flower House. And today we're working on pages 9 and 10. And in 9 and 10, we build the actual staging for our plant pots that we built last week. We're making a watering can purely out of paper. That's a challenge. We're making up some stools, some carrier bags, and some little fun accessories. So, all links down below, etc. So if you've missed the beginning of this series, I've put all the links and everything for you to join if you wish. So, without further ado, let's get down on the desk and get started. Okay, so we're going to be doing page 9 today, but we're going to just double back and check up on our plants that need a bit of floofing on page 8. So let's just quickly see how these turned out. So they've had a little bit of time to dry. We've just got to sort of spread their leaves a little bit if we can without making a complete mess of them. Ish, but not ish, if you know what I mean. We could have done with a bit of spreading out in a different direction, you know, like we've got no leaves on the right hand side or the left hand side, but I'm okay with that. So there's our first little plant. He's fine and he seems to be nice and dry in the pot, so we're gonna leave him to one side. This one's the plastic plant, that's nice and dry. Let's do this one. This one was with bigger leaves, wasn't it? So I was a bit doubtful about this one. So let's see what I can do with this one. We just need to sort of untuck a few of these big leaves just to see if it looks plant-like. And I don't think I scissored the leaves down enough. But hey, even you get messy plants. So if it's that messy, I'm not going to worry that much about it. Because there's definitely messy plants out there. That one is messy. I'm thinking, if you've got the inclination, maybe make another one. Practice with the leaves, maybe. I haven't cut far enough down to make the leaves spread out. But I'm okay with that, she says. I can't even get my little pokey tool in there to separate the leaves. I don't want to knock it off. If I knock it off the pot, then I might as well make a new one. So I've got to be careful not to knock the paper off of the pot. Because it's only glued by a little tiny bit of paper. Yeah. What do you think of that one? It looks like one of those pineapple plants. I'm okay, I'm going to leave that one. That's fine. This one looks pretty good. It looks a bit like a hyacinth. I think we definitely cut down further on the paper for the leaves of this one. Let's bend that one over. And it looks definitely better. So that one's pretty good. Let's bend him down a bit. We want a few like half dead straggly looking leaves. That one's annoying me because it's not in a point, so I'm going to cut it in a point. Just because it's bugging me. You probably won't even see it. Oh, I missed it. Oh, God. See it? There. Right. Oh, there's that one. This one is with the fragile little flowers. That seems to have glued okay. This pot, now we stuck it in there just on the corners, we've got to give it a little trim to make it a little bit rounder and not so square. So he's just got to have a little haircut. And see if I can make him a little bit round. More bush-like. Okay, that's not too bad. He's got a bit of a flat edge there. Okay, so there's him. I think he turned out fine. Okay, so the last one. Ooh, this is the one we stuffed with tissue. And these have got the little fragiles in. I think that one's fine. That's glued nicely. So there's our final little plant. So, okay, all our plants have dried well. And they actually kind of look like plants. Right. Now, we can start technically on page 9. Now, those last 2 plants are at the beginning of page 9. So now we've got to build the little stand that these plants are going to sit on. So let's dig out these. So we've got, looks like M's, because it's white. So we want MO7 and MO8. These are 7s. And that's, oh, these little strips. So they're not waste, Tracy. Let's not forget them. MO7s are like the little upright supports. We want MO8. I don't see, oh, there it is, that triangular sort of piece. So let's poke him out. I'm assuming it's not the triangle. I'm assuming that's waste, but I'll put it in my box just in case. MO6 is the lids. Are you MO6? Yeah. So lids are shelves. Is that all we need? I think so. We'll do the cat stool after. Okay, so let's poke the waste out of the shelves. One, two. It's a little shelf. And, oh, out you come. Oh, came out. Okay. I'll move the book a little bit. Okay, so there's the shelves, there's the sides, and this is waste. But again, I don't throw anything away until at the very, very end. So I just put it all back in my box. Right, let's begin. So we've got to take a side piece. Yeah. Lay it down and put our upright supports in the holes. Oh, they're very loose in there. So even if you put a bit of glue, I don't think they're going to hold. I mean, it's really loose. Nowhere does it say anything about gluing either on that. But if they fitted snugly, I'd think, okay, you don't need to glue it. But they don't. So hopefully I've fixed my bottle, because I emptied all the glue from the other bottle into this one. Let's see if I can get this little beast together. Oh, can't let go. I'm thinking just go all around the bottom. I mean, no, you didn't really need it on the end, Trace. Silly. I think I just need to get them in fairly quickly so that I can... My bottle is still being a bugger. I'm having to squeeze so tight just to get a tiny bit of glue out. Must be a bit more congealed in there than I thought. But, come on, glue. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to find another bottle of glue. Okay, that's there. We've got to get the other side on, so I'm going to stick the glue in the hole this time. Okay, let's in you go. Ooh. Oh, see, it falls all the way through. The holes are very big. We don't want it to go all the way through. You've got to come back up. It's like that, I think. Is that straight? Not really. It's sort of, let's turn it on its back and straighten it up a little bit more. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit nice and snug, so it's really loose. Maybe we need to get the tops on because that is going to hold it still, I think. Let's see if we can tip it. All right. Okay, I'm assuming it's that way up. Look at how bendy it is. Right, so what do these do? Just simply sit on. Okay. Let's give it a go. It's purely on the ends and a tiny bit of the upright. Something like that. That one's falling out. Let's try this one. Oh, a bit of greenery on my glue bottle. Okay. Excuse me, tweezers. Okay, I think once I get them all on, hopefully I'll be able to line them up a little bit better. So let's put the top one on. Give it a gentle, Tracy, gentle squash down. And then we just want to make sure I think that's as good as it's gonna get. It's very wobbly. Those supports are not really much in the way of support. Okay, let's just give it a gentle squash on each little shelf and then gently push it to the side and ignore it. Right. Hopefully that'll dry. At least the glue's starting to come out of my bottle. That's a bonus. Right, okay. We'll give him plenty of time to dry while we play with the cat stool. Because obviously all we've got to do then is glue the plants on it. But I'm going to wait until, I think that is sitting slightly skewiff. There. All we've got to do is glue the plants on it and then we're done. Okay, let's dig out the cat stool with the ugly cat. That's next. So we want N09. Oh, N. That's not there. Let's find the N sheet, because that's all M's. N's. That's a big white one, that's not it. F, H and G. They're all big pieces. Oh, I found it. Here, it's a little one. It's a little one. Okay. So we want N09, which is, I think it's this smaller stool, not the bigger one. So we want this, the small legs. That's N09. Let's punch it out the middle cut out piece. Okay. And we want the top, which is, oh, nearly lost that one. Oh, N09 is the top. Huh? Oh, that was N06. N0. Oh, here. This one. This is the cat's chair. Right, let's put that aside. Okay, it's got a couple of little pimples, so I'll take them off. Off you can. That'll do. Is there any on the top? Because that might interfere. Okay, right, let's see how snug these fit. Oh, okay, we can firmly glue these on. So that'll be okay. And there's nothing in between the legs to hold it up, so we're going to have to wait for this one to dry as well. So let's just go for some glue down there and a bit of glue either side of these little pegs. I don't think there's a right and wrong way up. I think once I've got them both in, hopefully I can hold it upright and give them a little squeeze. And a bit in the middle. Okay. I don't know if they're supposed to flare out, are they? I mean, it is a stool, so it wouldn't matter if they flared out. Let's put it upright. Let go. There's our little stool. I think it actually looks better with the legs flared. So I'm going to lean it a little. Let's flare them a bit more. Okay. There's a little cat stool and it's definitely leaning. Let's push the legs out a little. I'm going to push them out a bit more. it out. Oh, they just want to keep moving, and because it sticks to my fingers, I can't let go when I want to let go. Come on, all it's got to do is support a little plastic cat. It's not a real chair, Tracy. Leave it alone. Oh, yeah, leave it alone. I think I'm making it worse. We'll let that dry as well. Next. Page 9 looks pretty straightforward until I saw a bit of cutting. And now I've got my doubts. Okay. It looks like we've got to make a couple of paper bags. And oh my gosh, a watering can as well. That I can already tell that watering can's going to be a disaster. Why didn't they just put a plastic one in the can? Oh. Yeah, this might not turn out very good, but hey, if I have to ignore it and put something else on the stool, I will, but we will give it a try and see what happens. Okay, F is first. Now, I'm assuming F is not wood. I'm thinking it's going to be paper. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have an F. Oh, there is. Look. Okay. It does say F up there, so where is F? H, D, E. Oh, there's an F. Oh, okay. No, that's a big, like the front panel, F01. Oh, I don't know then. It's dark green. Would that give us a clue? Let's have a look. I'm thinking it's out of this yucky paper. It can't be, can it? Let's have a look. So we've got orange and yellow and purple. Some more orange and yellow. And some crepe paper and pink. That's it. And this dark green. Oh my gosh, do you think it's out of this piece of paper? It's expecting me to cut circles. There is nothing else. No. She looks in here, looking hopingly, willing a little plastic watering can to appear. I'm going to get the cat out. Anyway, look at the size of the cat. And boy, oh boy, is he ugly. But we'll get him out because I think he might need his bottom scratched so that he's flat. There is nothing in there. Oh. The watering can's not thrilling me. I don't think how on earth am I going to be cutting those shapes? I think it's having a laugh. Hold on. Not unless it's already printed. Let's get our printed papers out. It's me flapping. Is it in this? I mean, it doesn't give us a page number, but let's have a quick look through. There's a brick wall, another outside wall. Oh, there it is. Okay. Didn't say that. Doesn't say that it's on page, oh, hold on. It does. There, look, 4 to 3, which is that. Okay. I still think it's going to be a disaster, but we'll have a quick go at it. We'll have a quick go, she says. Let's cut that part off. And I'll cut him out. had to be something. It still looks proper fiddly. Wow. Okay. We'll give it a go. But I'm saying that maybe this is worth looking on Temu for a miniature little plastic watering can that they use for dolls' houses and put that on it. Or make another plant and stand the plant on the stall instead of a watering can. But hey, let's give it a go and see how difficult it is. But those circles look minute, so oh, I'm terrible at cutting circles as well. Curves are so hard to cut freehand. There's that one. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to cut that out. This is curve, Tracy, curve. Okay. Ooh. And this is still a curve, not straight. There's that bit. Oh, can't even pick the paper up. Okay. I assume these are tabs to try and make the base hold on. Oh, here we go. See, I can't talk when I'm cutting fiddly things. Ooh. Down. And a curve around. Don't cut the tab off. Come up. Woo! It might have been easier to fold this in half. And the tab. We're getting there. We're getting there. And I didn't cut that very well. I can still see white. Okay, there's the base of the watering can. Look at these tiny things. Oh, come on. That's crazy tiny. Okay. No. Let's just go up here. Oh, I think I'm going to have to use the tweezers to hold it. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. This is tiny. Alright. Snip that off for a minute. There's a line in the middle, and I assume you fold it in half. That looks like you fold it in half to me. Yeah, fold it in half and glue it, apparently. I think I've got to do that and then trim it. If I can fold it in half. Right, let's put a little score line so that I know where halfway is. halfway is there. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I think I can do that. Let's give that a bash. Let's put a little bit of glue in there. And then give it a squeeze shut. And whatever's the rough side, I'll just make the bottom. Okay. Let's take the tweezers and cut the white edges off now. Boy, oh boy. And anything that's still a little bit white, I'll colour with my pen. If the rest of the can looks good, of course. If it makes it to the stall. Oh. That's a bit of an effort. Wow. I'm going to leave that in between the two tweezers, just for the heck of it, whilst I play with the rest of it. Oh, let's cut these out. What we got to do with that? This is... Ooh. Oh, nearly cut the tab off then. Oof. That one, and this looks like it's got a load of score lines as well. I wonder if it's worth scoring now before it gets too tiny where I can't hold it. Oh, come off. There's that one. I need the other squeezers. Come here, squeezers. Hold them, please. Oh, these tweezers are not as good because they're pointy. They don't hold it still enough. Oh my gosh, that's as good as it's gonna get. Right. Right, let's get rid of this. Okay, what does it say to do? We did that, so we've got the little spout blank done. Take this bit and make a cone. Oh my gosh, this is like the spout. Something a little bit fatter to roll it round, you know, like we need like a little stick. I'm trying to bend it a little bit so that I can glue. It's getting there. Okay, but it's not supposed to be a straight spout. So what? Okay, so you've got a glue line there. So it's bigger at one end than it is at the other. I think it's going to end up being whatever. But I will put the glue where it tells me I put the glue. And see what happens. See what happens. So we've got the glue there. We need to... I have no idea, but I'm going to hold it. Oh, this end is not sticking. Tweezers, please. Oh. Okay. We've sort of got it in a tubey thing. Sort of. I mean, no, it's not pretty. I mean, being glossy paper, it didn't particularly want to stick either, so we will leave that in our tweezers for a minute whilst we see what other annoying bit we got to do. Got all this glue on my needle. Get it in a minute. Next, I think it wants us to do this. I don't know what it wants us to... Oh, fold it over. So you're doubling it up like we did with the little spout holder, I think. Okay, so I think I'm going to score it along that way just to help me fold it. So, gentle score so that we don't go all the way through the paper. And see if that's helped. Yeah. Excuse you. You're going to help me bend it. Come on, I don't want to score you any more than I have. And turn it over and give it a little squeeze together. Let's flatten it out. I'm thinking maybe I can cut off what I haven't folded completely level. I don't know. Am I supposed to glue that? It doesn't say to glue. What is that? Oh, that's going to be the handle. So then, yes, you definitely need to glue it. Oh, that's a dodgy little handle. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bead of glue in there, and I'll cut off the white bit since it's going to be the handle and try and make it look half presentable. Okay, so we want to glue it shut. And I think while it's gluing, I'll curve it a little as well. Although I do want to cut that white off first. I'm going to see if I can scissor off a little bit more of the white. Ah. Well, I got it. I did it. Okay. We're sort of curving for a weird looking handle. And it's supposed to have two flat bits. Oh, there and there. And I take it that's what we bend over, because that is what's going to stick it to the watering can base. I think you can just about see it. It's like literally a few mil from the end. That side's bigger than that side, but that's where the line was, so I've just done it the same. And I think that just gives you enough to stick, to glue it. And that's our handle. Once we get, if we get that built, let's see. Okay, so we've got like a glue line here. Let's pick it up. And it says to, oh, we've got to cut this one in half, fold it in half as well, I think, to give it a bit of strength. So let's score the middle little line, just to help us fold it. So there's our, there, and I assume we glue it. So let's go for a glue. Come on, bottle, don't hold out on me now. La, 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 la. Okay. Again, I might sort of trim the little white bits off. Oh, that was me. I just squeezed that the wrong way. Leave it like that. And I'll cut off what is white. Just to try and tidy up my cuts a little bit. And I'm assuming we're going this way. It's not that bad at the moment, actually. They're going on the middle, so I won't cut them out. Got to give it some curvage. Maybe you'll go around the pen. Yes, you do. Let's curve you as well. Right. Let's find the glue line. There it is on the inside. We will follow the glue line. It says all that flap. We'll put this back in. And it's weird how the glue line is on the outside of this and not the inside. Actually, I think I might be able to do it better without the pen. Oh, just got to line it up. Need scissors. Let go of the spout. Need scissors. Need tweezers. Not scissors. Need tweezers. It's not pretty, but it's together. And I should be able to cut off what looks silly. So, but we've got a bit. Okay. Okay, we got just these two pieces to go. But we've got to give these a little bit of time to dry before we mess with them. Because it's slightly glossy paper, it takes a little bit of time. I can darken this up, and it might be at the back of the sort of diorama anyway, where you don't even notice it. You just turn it around. But you could get a green pen and squash it all around as well. Okay, so that's our bits drying there. There's our handle, there's our nozzle that definitely needs a bit of touch up with pen. So we've got these two fiddly pieces now. I'm assuming this is the bottom. So this is definitely going to need a bit of a score just because they're going to be the tabs that fold in. Something to glue to. I mean, it's sitting on a stool. I'm not sure why it needed a bottom. So, hey, if you don't have any luck with this, leave it out. Who's going to notice that the watering can hasn't got a bottom? I mean, no one. But if we can't get it in there and looking neat, I will leave it without. Because I think it'll look fine without a bottom. Okay. Oh, right, see how I've slightly folded that a bit skewy. If I'm going to see if I can just snip that little bit off, just to tidy that bit up. And I think I might do the same with the top. There's a little bit that's in the way. So there's our little tube. But I think that doesn't need a bottom, you know. I think it's going to look fine without a bottom. But we will give it a go. But if it doesn't play ball, I'll leave it off. Let's go for it. Let's fold these little bits in where I've scored them. And then we've got to put a bit of glue on them. And they're supposed to go up there. No, look, it's a different size. It goes to the bottom with the bits sticking outwards. But there, I say goodbye bottom, we don't need you. That's what I say. Okay. We'll try and get the top in because you'll notice the top. But I'm thinking the bottom can just bugger off. Let's try this top bit. Right. Because it's not going to look the same without this top. So there's one tab in. And there's the other. Fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. Woo. Okay, let's hold it by that bit and see if we've got any chance of getting it in there. Again, it seems too big, but we might be able to squish this one in. So we're going to give this one a go. Let's glue the tabs. But I still reckon buy a plastic doll's house one. Okay, that I assume is going to be the handle. What side do you have the gap to the handle? Okay, so it is this way round. Right, okay, so it's something like that. Let go. Okay. Well, it's in. I'm trying to talk quietly in case it sort of reacts and pops out. But it's in. Ish. Oh, and now it's out. See, I know, talk quietly, it'll all fall apart. Oh my goodness. Come on, we need you to behave. We don't need the base, but we need you. So, let's see if we can make these little tabs stick to the sides, because they're not sticking to the sides. You stick. Come down a little bit more. Thank you. Oh, let's turn it upside down. See, it's like it's too big. It's too big. Oh my gosh. It's making it worse. You're making it worse, Tracy. If I can just get one side to stick. Oh, not like that. Not like that. Push it back down. Holy moly. I'm going to cut this tiny bit off here because it's not fitting my curve. It's not fitting my pot. And the tab is not at all. The tab is not touching the sides at all, this side, but I'm thinking, oh look, and I've put the curve here instead of here now. This is not easy, this bit is, let's take it out and try again. Wow, it's a tiny bit too big. Let me see what I can do about that. Look, I mean, there's no real tab there anymore, Tracy. You've sort of cut it off. I don't know how I can make it any smaller. It's like all of that edge needs cutting off. I'm going to just have to try and get it in as is. Let me go for it again. Right, we want the curve somewhere around this side so that it's sort of near the handle. Oh my goodness, la-di-da. Let's take the tweezers out of the way and get me little pokey tool, because this is stressing me out now. Oh, it's sort of on. I'm going to just leave it. Look, she says, looking underneath. I'm going to see if I can push that tab to the edge of the pot, at least one side. The other side really hasn't got much of a tab, but it's sort of on. Wow. Yeah, that's proper pants fiddly. I mean, we'll see what it looks like when I get them two on it. If it doesn't look like a watering can, I won't put it in there. But hey, we're sort of there. Okay, right. What's next? While they're drying, because we got our spout and our handle and our spout cover. What's next? We didn't get the base. We didn't even try putting the base on. There's our base. Look. Yeah, that's not going on. Next. Oh, we've got to build the bag. This looks like some little fiddly cuttings. Oh, and the other little stool. So let's get that out because that could be drying. So I assume it's this big stool. Oh, I've lost that one now. Let me put that one over there with the pile. N08 is the top and N05 is the bottom. So this one. This stool here. There's 5. And 8. We want not 7, 8. That one. Let's build this stool. There we go. Oh, nearly through that. Not just them. Right, let's get those little burrs off at the top. That's it. That's fine, that's fine. Right, let's glue these. Yep, my bottle is already blocked again. I must have, it doesn't feel blocked though. You know, look, it's running through loose, so I don't know why it's having trouble going up the spout, the glue. Diddy. There's that one. And again, the holes should have been smaller so that they just fitted snugly in, but they're not. They're very loose. The holes are kind of too big, really. Ugh. Right. Decide where we want the legs. Doesn't even feel like it wants to sit straight. Flare the legs out a little bit. I don't know. I think that's not sitting straight at all. Something like that. That should be good enough. I mean, it's only got bags and stuff sitting on it. So as long as it's not completely lopsided, which it is a little bit. Okay, keep your eye on it, make sure it doesn't roll over a little. Okay, the bag. Let's get the bag out. 4445. Is it this bit? These two. Okay, a little bit small. So we get on with these. See what makes it and what doesn't make it. I like the fact that now I'm onto the third kit, I'm thinking, no, that's not needed, and I easily just push it aside now, whereas I would have persevered on the first one. I'd have thought it was vital to get it done, which it's not vital to get it all done. I mean, no one is going to notice if there is a carrier bag missing from your diorama. But yeah, at first I thought I'd failed if I didn't get every little piece done, and that's silly. That's not the idea of it at all. I mean, if it's stressing you out, one little piece, move on. The only important pieces to do really is the main construction. You can't really skip anything on the main walls. You can skip decorations, but you can't skip the main walls. So as long as you get that done, the rest of it doesn't matter. Do what you can of it. If it's too fiddly, bin it and find something else to put in its place. Now, I know we haven't got to be particularly neat and tidy with this one because we build the bag and then we squash it to make it look scrunched. Which, knowing me, it could get squashed anyway. So there's one bag. That's 4/4. And this is 4/5. La 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 la. Let's see how these turn out. Especially as I haven't got my squeezers at the moment. They're busy. Although that spout should have dried by now enough, so I should better nick those tweezers. And there, down there, and there, and there, and the last cut. That corner. Okay. Ooh, pull them off. Right. Oh, don't swipe your little spout to one side yet. Okay. I think we're going to score again because it does make it easy to fold. You just got to be gentle along the score lines. There's that one, and then one there, one there, and the last one on that bag. So that's all scored. One, two, three, four, and one along the bottom. Okie dokie. Right, what does it tell us to do? Let's take the slightly bigger one. It might be a little bit easier to do. Covered in glue. Let's fold all the score lines. And the end one. Right. Put the tabs down. If you can, try and put the tabs in. Okay, right, all the tabs. So, and we just literally fold it up like that and then glue that. Okay. I'm not going to glue all the tabs. I'm just going to glue these final two because they're the only ones that looks like you see. Oh. Tweezers. Right, there's one little bag. Oh, oh, stand up. This is 4-4, which is the taller one. Are we? Oh, we're squashing them both anyway. Okay. I mean, you don't have to squash them if you want to see a neat bag instead. But there's one bag. Let's get all the tabs folded in. Don't think I scored those tabs. Give them a little squash. I I have scored the edges. Ooh. And, oh my goodness. Come here. Stop it. Right, let's see if I can have as much luck as I did with that one. Put the little triangular tabs on the inside, Tracy. Okay, let's go for... Get in. Let's go for gluing the bottom. And quickly get some glue on the side. Tweezers. Like that. You hold that bit for me, thank you. Okay. So there's the smallest bag. There. Right. We've got our 2 bags. Sadly, we've got to squish them. But we got some little fiddly flowers to make here now. I think while the bags are sort of drying, we'll move on and play with a bit of flower. Let's have a look here. So we want a yellow piece. I assume it's this one. And a pink piece. So we'll take a bit there. So what do we want? We want a 4x2 piece. Let's get my ruler. So we've got, that's 6. So let's go 2, 2, 2. We want 4 going along, which is to there. Right. Just cut it with my scissors. Okay, right. There's my 4x2 piece. What does it want us to do? Well, we need a 4x2 on the pink as well, so let's get that too. Oh. Let's get them roughly the same size. Okay. And the greenery is 4x1. Oh. Well, let's cut the 4. So we want half of this. Like that. Okay. Right. Oh, it says 4 times. Well, there's 2 of them anyway. Let's see what happens with just the 2 for now. Fold it in half to make it a little bit thicker lengthways. I don't think you have to be exact. And this time we're cutting along the fold edge so it makes like hoops. And I don't, are we gluing? Oh, it's saying about putting wire in it again. I'm not going to do the wire. I'm going to stick them to the bag. I don't think there's need for wire, but it does say, I think that's gluing for rolling up though, because you don't want the, maybe you just want the bottom glued. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm not gluing the folded edge. I'm just going to put a line of glue along the open edge. So let's do that with both the pink and the yellow. And glue along this open edge. There. Okay, so that should be good. And then we can snip all along the folded edge to make like the hoops. So we want the folded edge. Okay, so now I don't know really how big or how deep to do it, but I'm trying to leave just a little bit at the bottom and cut all the rest. And you're making like a comb, aren't you? I might need my tweezers. Yeah, I'm running out of finger room now. You should be dry enough, surely. I need you. Okay. Right, so I've cut it all along the folded edge. I'm gonna do, hopefully I've done the folded edge. It'd be very much like me not to. Let's do this one as well. Oh, that was a little bit too thin there, Tracy. That's a bit mad. Ooh. So hard to see where you've cut. Let's move along. Oh, that one went a little bit deep. Stop. Okay. I mean, that one was a little bit, a bit mad. Right. Okay, so now what? We sort of roll it up. It doesn't really tell you, but it slightly goes up when you roll it. So I'm thinking, maybe roll it at an angle like that, do you think? Yeah, okay. We'll go in at an angle. So we're going to put a bit of glue in. like we did with the other flowers, just a bit of glue here. And we don't want to roll it straight, so gosh, my tweezer's gonna get stuck, I think. We want it to roll around our tweezers a little bit. Hopefully I can get the tweezers out at the end. Oh dear. Let's just go for it. Yay! She says yay without even knowing what she's done. I think that worked. I mean, it might not be quite what they wanted me to do, but let's pinch that at the end a little bit. I mean, it would have been good to get these hoops out, but you know, to make them a little bit more like hoops. I mean, you can spend time opening up the little hoops just to make it look a bit nicer, if you like. But I'm not going to bother. I've got 1 or 2 in hoops. Okay, let's do the other one. See if we can have just as much luck with this one as well. Hold that right at the end. Just a little bit of glue, Tracy. I think you went a bit nuts on the last one. There. Right, remembering we've got to go down and let it wrap down around the tweezers. Oh, and get them out. I've got them out. I just want to tweeze at the end. Shut. Okay. Okay. It would look a lot nicer with all these little hoops open so that it looked as pretty as that. But you know I'm not going to do that. Let's cut the little leaves. Right, so we've just got to make little V's out of these. Now I think I learnt to go fairly deep, and I might cut them, see if I can cut them both at the same time. Or do you think that that's risky? Yeah, it's probably risky. But I'm thinking deep and thin, if that is at all possible, but definitely thin. Make it look like grass that you would draw as a kid. Are they all falling out? Some of them are. Some of them aren't. Yeah, I think, oh, I think that's right. That looks good to me. I think kitty grass. Kitty grass, right. Just to add a bit of greenery to these flowers. Any greenery is going to be better than no greenery. Ooh. Running out of finger room again. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ooh, that one went pretty deep. Ooh. Okay, there's one ready to wrap around one of those flowers. Let's cut the other one. And these are just to go in. 4x4 is the taller bag, which we've got to sort of scrunch a little bit. Ooh. You can tell when I'm concentrating, don't you? The words just don't flow. I'm concentrating that I don't cut it right to the very end and snip it off. But the brain doesn't engage very much when I'm concentrating. Oh, that was so close to the end. Ooh. How I didn't snip all the way through on that one, I don't know. That one was really close. Let's turn it over. Oh, that's barely hanging on now. That was proper close. And the last one, snippity off. Oof. Okay. We're going to pull out the bits that need to be pulled out. What's happened there? That's obviously one that's got to come out. Easier with the tweezers. That one. I don't want to come out. Oh, I have to snip that one again. That one is not snippered properly. Oh, I have snippered it. I think it's because I thought I was going really close to the end. That one off. Didn't get it. Off with you. Off and off. On you. Okay. Right. Fiddly little bit of grass number 2. Okay, so we just got to wrap it around our little flower head. So I think I might put the tweezers back in. Put some glue on it, maybe. A little bit of glue and then hold it with the tweezer on the end. So, come off a minute. What happened there? Got to spray a bit. Okay, here we go. I've got it with the tweezer. I just got to wrap it. And this time we don't want it to be on the tweezer, we want it to be on the flower. And now it's going to go on my tweezer, so I'm going to have to let go and then re-pinch. Yep, let go, re-pinch. Keep rolling. And I don't care how big it gets because I'm just gluing it to the bag. Let's poke some of them out a little whilst we're holding the ends. Okay, so there's our, well, it looks a little bit like a hyacinth ish. So there's number one. Let's leave him held with those tweezers. And we'll nick these tweezers off of our spout and try that again. Right. So we want a little bit of glue on the end. Ooh, hey. Just to get it started. Like so. Ooh, take the tweezers off. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh. Right, let's give the greenery a few dots of glue. And go for another roll. And now let go and re-grip so we don't glue our tweezers under the greenery. And again, we're ignoring the wire. Even if I have to put a bit of tissue in the bottom of the bag, then that's what I'll do. Right, there's our second little flower. Let's flare his little leaves a little bit. Leave the petals alone, Trace. There we go. Okay. There's our second little one. So there's our two little hyacinthy looking flowers that are going to be going in this bag. But we're supposed to squash the bag, which I'm thinking it's going to look bad being squashed, but we'll squash it a little, you know, just rough her up, look, with me nails kind of thing. Like that. I don't want to squash it too much. See, I've just squashed it a little bit. I mean, I think it has squashed it way more than I have, but squash it as much as you want or don't want. I might stick a bit of tissue in the bottom of this just so that I've got something to glue the flowers to. So let's go for pouring some glue for the tissue to, I don't know if this is too much tissue. It's probably just a little bit too much, Tracy. Let's take a bit off and we'll go for that. Let's go for poking that in. Right, see how it's gone to the bottom of our bag, and that just gives us something to glue our little hyacinths to. So I'm going to put a liberal amount of glue all over that tissue and coming up the edge of the bag a little bit. So in other words, wherever my flower can glue, then that'll be good. Right, stick one in this end Tweezers got stuck. And then one in this end of the bag, like so. What do you think? I think that's fine. Right, let's leave them to dry. That's one bag. Okay, that was pretty straightforward. So the other bag's got to have these fragile sort of little greenery in it again. Let's try and construct this effort. It definitely looks like I've got to trim a little bit off here. So I'm going to have a go at... Oh, and then it come undone. Oh dear. I was trying to trim off everything that wasn't in the hole. I mean, it's stuck by one side only, which, to be honest, I think that's kind of lucky it's got that. I mean, I could try and put a bit of glue in here. But let's go for sticking the handle on. Yeah. Tweezers. Oh. Let's glue the tabs. And we want to get them sort of along that seam. Might have to hold it for a minute. Come on. Well, we got the handle on. And the lid is sort of hanging in there. Sort of. Okay. I mean, this really hasn't a lot to stick to, so poor. They haven't really given you anything for... Oh, you're supposed to cut it at an angle. Okay, I didn't do that. Is that what helps you stick it? I didn't do that. Let's do it now then. Does it matter what angle? I suppose it doesn't. Is that right? I don't know. I have no idea. But how that is going to glue on, I don't know. Because it's just the edge of the paper. There's no tabs or anything to glue it to. So, boy, that's a bit iffy. Where'd it go? Somewhere down there, isn't it? Let's see if I can let go of it. So there's my little spout. It's actually not, I'm trying to whisper so that it doesn't fall apart, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. We do need to put the end piece on. Should I do that now? Oh gosh. Let's try it now. I think it's going to need... Holy moly. Oh, it doesn't want to go on. Ah. sort of on. It's sort of on. I can tidy it up a little bit once it's dry. But there's the watering can without its base. Whether that's cheating or not, I don't care. It's together. Where to put it? Somewhere where it can stay and dry a little bit. So let's put him there. I'm amazed I've got it together. Well done. Well, mostly together, I should say. But we'll have a close look at it once it's dry. Oh, my tweezers are so sticky. Right, let's make this other bag up. And this bag's got to have a little squish again. So use your nail and dig it in the sides and then sort of squash at the same time. And then I'm going to put this little bit of tissue in there. Yeah. I might need some more tissue. So let's ram you in. Give us a little something to stick the little twigs to. Okay, and let's pull out some twigs. And I'm assuming it's all green twigs again. We want sort of substantial twigs, not feeble looking ones. That one looks pretty good. That one's pretty good. What about some of these? That one and that one. I think that's it. No pink, is it? It's just greenery for some reason. Keep that bit out just in case. Right, let's put those back over there. Messy things, look at it. Look. Keep that out just in case. Put them over there. Right, that way. Right. Okay, so let's fill it up with glue. Get glue all over the tissue and come up the bag a little bit, so wherever the plant ends up leaning against it, it's got something, hopefully it will make it stick. Right, let's go for seeing if we can place these things and let go of them. That would be good. It's the letting go of that's not easy. Ooh. I think I can cut a little bit of that off and stick it in again. This one maybe? And thinking this one. There. So there's our bag of twigs. Let's cut a bit of that off. There we go, that's it. So, okay, so there's our little bag of greenery there. And we need to set that aside and let that dry now. So there's that one. They're quite good pieces, so I'm going to keep them. Okay, next. What have we got now? So both bags go on this big stool. So this stool is, this is N04. Is that the one that we're doing? No, that says N07, N04. Yes, this one, the bigger stool. And that has both carrier bags on it. I'm not sure I'm going to remember which stool is which, but they definitely go up in size. So that should help. What is the lid? N07. This one? I'm assuming it's this one. It hasn't got a number, but it's the last stool top. Let's get rid of the burrs. And that one. I've got a couple of burrs on this one. And this one. Big burr on that one. And right. Let's glue the last stool together. I don't know what on earth made me think of Christmas. La 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 la. Oh, dropped something on the floor. That's all right, it's a bit of rubbish. Joining any reindeer games. Let's see if we can get this stool again. The holes are too big for the legs. It might have been easier to just glue them like that, so the stools naturally flare their legs out. But I don't know how much room we got in the diorama for the stools, so it's easier to bring it up right, and it's proper dodgy. You don't really fit at all. Just decide how far apart you want the legs. Okay, something like that. I don't think it matters that much as long as it dries. If the holes would have been a teeny tiny bit smaller, it would have fitted snug and it would have been perfectly fitting. Oh, let's get rid of me little pile of rubbish that I've got here by my elbow before it all ends up on the floor. Which I knocked loads of it on the floor. But I've got it. But I have to get it before Miss Daisy decides she wants it. Okay, so that's the end of page 10. All we've got to do now is see if anything is ready to be built. And I think this is just about ready to put the plants on. So let's see where we put all these plants. Do you think it might be easy to start with the middle row? Yeah, and I know the little plastic flower goes in the middle. What else is in the middle? This, oh, he might need trimming. He's really big. There's a lot of leaves in that. Oh, and I've definitely got to trim that bit off of the bottom, because he's not going to glue anyway. Look at him, there's nothing to glue to. He's probably a little bit big. I might have to trim his leaves down. That's a shame. I was quite enjoying the fact that he was big and frothy. But I think we've got to take him down a little bit. He's got to have a haircut. Right, how far do we want to take you down? I'm thinking all of that off the top. And a bit of this, something like that maybe. That should work. Ooh. Okay, now he's supposed to go middle left. Let's try and see if we can get him to glue, because there really is nothing on his base to glue to. But we'll give it a go. Yeah. He is not going to be easy to glue because he don't even want to stand upright. Wow. I'm sort of leaning him to the back. So he is going to easily fall over. This has got a little bit more base, so this one should glue. Is it no, 3 pieces, so we've got to move him over. Oh, see, he's going to constantly fall over. Oh dear. Because there's nothing for him to grip onto, that's why. Oh, the tiny little plant goes next. This tiny, tiny little plant. He's got a nice bit of base anyway. Let's give him a little... Oh, you should have left him alone. Little gentle squash down, I was just about to say, but... and him I might have to put on last. Let's take him off. He's got... yeah, he's awkward. I might blue tack him on. We'll see what happens with him. We've got the... what one's on the top? This one is top left. So this one is right up there. Let's see if we can get him on. I mean, he's on. What goes next to him? The little gold one. This one. Oh, so there's only 2 on the top. Only 2 on the top, okay. Oh, he's got a little bit of a flat bit, so he should glue okay. It's just that bead, it's got no flat edge. That one should glue okay. Okay, we've got some of them on anyway. Bottom row, we've got our little sort of topiary plant. He's got a little flat edge, so he should be good. He's down here. And next to him goes the little purpley hyacinth-y looking pot. He's got a little flat edge. Luckily. You don't want to stay though. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on now. Don't be silly. Right, last one is the little yellow pot. He's got a little flat base too. So it's just the one that's a little awkward. Let's put him on by his leaves. Oh, let go. Oh, little beast. Right, just this little beastly thing. What am I going to do with you? Let's try giving it a scratch. Hopefully we don't break the plant. Because we need to give it a bit more of a base. That's a bit flatter. Right, so we've got a little bit of a flat base now, so hopefully that'll give us enough sticky space. But he's pretty tall as well, and I think that's not helping either, just how tall he is. But at least he's upright, look now. So until I poke him. Oh, my pokey tool is stuck to him. Ah! Stop it, pokey tool. Okay. Nobody breathe. They're all sort of on. Now, I can't tip them upright to show you because they will all fall over. But I will just try and bring it up closer. Right. There is our little plant stand. Once it's sort of dry, I will tip it and show it a little bit better. It actually doesn't look too bad. So we're going to sit that to one side. Okay, right, let's get this ugly cat and do the same thing with him. Let's scratch his bottom just to rough him up so that we can glue him to the stool. Now, which stool does the cat sit on? The smallest one. Okay, which it was this one. So we need to glue him on there. So let's glue his butt. Oh. Wipe that off. And glue the ugly cat in place. Okay. I'm sort of trying to cover the little leg holes. Okay, cat is in place. Next stool is the watering can. Oh, we won't glue him in, so that'll be his stool. And the big stool, which is really wet, will have the two carrier bags. So basically we're there. We just need to let those little bits dry. So that is the end of page 10. So 9 and 10 tick. Let's have a look at page 11. So it is another sort of similar sort of flower to what we've just done, but it looks bigger, and a little crate to put them in. So that'll be next week's one. So there is page 9 and 10 anyway. So more fiddly flowers to come next week and a bench next week anyway. So once these have dried, once my stools have dried, I'll put the watering can on that one and the 2 carrier bags on that one. And then that's it, tick, tick. So anyway, let's go back up top. That was a fun challenge for the day. That watering can that watering can was a eensy bit tricky, but I think I worked my way around that by leaving the base off, etc. Actually, it was a pretty good day today. We've got all the bits done that we needed to get done. And yeah, okay, our watering can is missing a base, but that's all. So far, so good. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope to catch you on the next one. Until then, be good, take care and look after yourself. And I'll see you later, guys. Bye.